Hello, funnel builders. How are you doing? I wanted to give you a really quick update on a new blueprint which we have added to the Content Architect. So this is how we can create proposals in minutes rather than taking hours. It's always staggered me how lots of funnel builders, marketing agencies, freelancers, whatever, have always struggled with creating proposals. And I believe, like most things, that the creation of something is made much quicker depending on the amount of preparation you put into it in the first place. So what I wanted to do is share the new Content Architect template that we have and basically blast through that and show you how I can write proposals. And I'm literally going back through my proposals here. This is 11.5 grand, 15 grand, 25 grand, 24,491,000 with a £97 monthly total. It doesn't matter about the size, but I'm going to show you how to create a proposal extremely quickly. Let me head over to, and if you're watching, by the way, this is live. If you're watching on Facebook, hello, put a note in the comments. I can see you. And if you're watching on YouTube, say hello as well. I'm going to throw up the screen in a minute. And if you're watching the replay, hey there, put proposal in the chat or in the comments to let me know that you watched the replay. So let me share my screen. There we go. So for those who don't know, this is the Content Architect. This is a little tool that we have. It's available. It's like $19 a month, and we're adding to it every single month. And at the moment, we have a headline blueprint, which allows you to create headlines for like blog posts and all this kind of stuff. Webinar blueprint. This is quite a long one, but it basically produces a video, a webinar sales process plus all your follow-up emails, sales letter, social pitch. If you've ever been confused about what to write, but at the moment, we're going to do a project proposal. So I'm going to jump in here. This works, by the way, with things like Better Proposals or any other proposal systems that you've got, because essentially all it does is create. Oh, I've put in the wrong one. So it's not quite live then. Proposal. There we go. I need to update that link. So basically what this does is create a Word document for you that you can download. And there's also a copy and paste version that's applied at the end. And you can just throw that into Better Proposals. If you use Better Proposals, bearing in mind, there is is it Better Proposals? Let's actually search for that really quickly. If you look up Better Proposals, marketing funnel, you'll see this one here, this free marketing template. So this is my template. Adam and I partnered, and I said I would love to give you our proposal template for marketing funnels. So far, it's won over $94 million worth of work. And this marketing funnel proposal template is available inside Better Proposals for free. It's like my one. It's, the one that I use. And what I love about it is that we can basically take all of the content and the copy from the project proposal and copy it in really, really quickly. So go ahead and check out. In fact, maybe I'll throw that in the comments so that people can see that. You should be able to get that in there. That's just a free blog post, and with Adam's help, he and I wrote it together, and I provided the copy, and he and his team have gone away and made it look outstanding. So that's available in Better Proposals, but let's actually go ahead and write it. So the first thing we're going to do is come up with a project name, and I'm going to say that this is for BIP Finance. Now, it's the name of the customer's business, that is BIP Finance. Like I said, I believe that proposals are written way easier and way quicker when you ask the right questions up front. So this assumes that you're asking the right questions. My advice, hey Bhavesh, how you doing? My advice would be inside Content Architect, which, by the way, you can find at sellyourservice.co.uk/content architect. I'll put the link in a bit. Go through this and think about, well, what are the questions that this is asking us? If you've got Apex or Apex campaigns, and especially Apex Audit, which I've also just released, that's going to help you ask the right questions, and you'll be able to fill this out and just smash this out of the park really quickly. What's the name of your business? I'm going to say it's Sell Your Service. What is the overall goal of the customer? In this particular case, it's acquiring more customers. Why is this goal important? Really important to answer. They want to acquire more customers. Why do they want to acquire more customers? And the reason in this particular case is because they want to scale and expand the business. What type of business are they? In this particular one, it's actually a financial app. And what's their biggest problem? This is like their overall thing, what they're really struggling with. And their biggest problem in this particular case is everything's very manual. Acquiring customers and leads is very, very manual. So their biggest problem is what doesn't work right now. Sales are very manual and labor intensive. Now, what we've got here is a list function. So you might want to have up to like 7 or 4 or 5. These are basically roadblocks in the way of their current goal. So what's broken? So it might be things like they don't have an e-commerce store. It's a very high cost per lead. There's no sales team. So in this case, there's no sales team or automation. 0 lead to sales conversion. They have a large list, but no sales campaigns. Few sales letters, or no, this particular customer doesn't have any sales letters, and there's no sales system. Basically, they're kind of relying on word of mouth in the time. So I like to list out 5 roadblocks. What's stopping them from achieving their goal of basically scaling and expanding the business and acquiring more customers? And this is basically what is broken in the business. What's a positive trend or opportunity that they should jump on? Basically, what I'm looking at here is a technological, sociological, or economic opportunity that will help their business if they take advantage of it. And in my particular case, for this particular customer, I believe that print on demand is now so affordable and easy. Now I need to ask, what would be the positive result of taking action on that opportunity? What would happen if they did take action? If they said, okay, great, let's jump on print on demand, what would that mean? They'd massively increase authority and have a fantastic, what we call self-liquidating offer product. Now, what's a negative trend or a threat that they need to prepare for? This is, again, another technological, economic, or sociological change that could basically slow down or even halt their business. For example, more people are ordering products over their phone. We're heading for a massive recession. Customers are more fickle than ever. Actually, I'm going to change this. I'm going to say that we're heading for a huge market correction. People are looking for financial advice and assistance. Basically, they're looking for authorities who are financial advisors and assistants. How much time we got? We're 8 minutes in. What's a negative trend or threat that they should prepare for? The price of advertising is going up. What's the consequence of ignoring that? Lead acquisition will be more expensive if we don't act now. This is the easy bit. What's their current situation? Basically, I like to list out, I consider these resources. So I'm like, what are the resources they've got already? And in this particular case, they've got a list of around 12,500 email addresses. They've got roughly 5,000 visitors a week to their blog. They've got tons of content, both blog and video. Authority in the space, speaking gigs, and what was the other thing? What was the thing I noted down? These are, like I said, this is just the conversation I have with the customer. If I put these notes somewhere else in Quip. Oh, they have tons of products, of course. Scalable. So this particular customer's problem is that they've got scalable products, they've got content, they've got traffic, but no one's converting email leads to customers. They're basically either focusing on one or the other. They have built a big traffic, a big traffic following, big list, but they're not converting anyone over. Now I want to look at what are the business goals. So these are, again, real simple. We just ask them, like, where do you want to get to? What's the goal? And ultimately their actual goal is 25,000 pounds per month, which is not impossible. This would mean that they would need to have, I think it's basically 1,000 recurring customers. And they have got customers now. Maybe I'll put that in. They've got about 340 odd customers, varying in revenue type, because they've got products that are like high ticket, they've got low ticket products, and all I'm doing, hopefully you can see, I'm listing out the problems, like what are the roadblocks in their way, what's their current situation, like what have they got now, and where do they want to get to. 25,000 a month, 1,000 recurring customers. They want to see low ticket items sell on autopilot, which I don't think is impossible. What is it, some of their other goals? And again, I've just written up like what their goals are. Oh yeah, that's right. Less time spent selling. This was a really interesting goal to measure, because basically I just was like, I want you to write down every half an hour for the next 21 days what you're doing. And it was selling. And then we did it in like 9 months time, and it was no selling. It was all content creation. Less time spent selling, more time creating content. And what else have we got here? Okay, I think it was grow the email. Let's grow the email list to 50 grand, 50,000. So now we need to get into the meat of it. What are the benefit focused solutions that I recommend? Okay, what are the benefit focused solutions? So how am I going to fix their business? Now, this is not where I put in something like a Facebook advertising funnel and acquisition process with a video cascade platform. That's not the benefit. The benefit needs to be something like a Facebook ad strategy that drives clicks and scales within a CPA of $1.50. It needs to be something based in the future. So I need to basically tie it back to either a goal that they've got or solving a problem that they've got here. So what we're going to put in here, we're going to put in a sales automation process that converts new leads into sales on autopilot. We have a content conversion process to drive traffic and leads from new published content. We're going to have a email list growth page / opt-in system to convert current visitors to sales. And we are also going to put in this particular case, what else would we want to put into something like this? This is the kind of the part where you just think, well, how am I going to fix the business? And again, if you've done this product 3 or 4 times, it becomes much easier because you just kind of copy and paste the solution, because most people's solutions are the same. We're going to have an email, and it's basically going to be advertising follow-up process to increase lead to sale conversions. We're going to work towards a 1% immediate sale within 15 minutes. How does that sound? Right. Now, what's the investment for each stage? I basically have 4 stages, and I make this super, super simple. I don't overcomplicate it whatsoever. As far as I'm concerned, the proposal means the customer's already bought. This is basically the receipt that they need to make sure that they're fine with. So in this particular case, I'm going to do consultation and deep dive. I'm going to say it's going to cost, it's going to take about 4 weeks, and it will probably be roughly $7,500 cost. There we go. There will also be a design and copywriting That's probably going to take about 8 weeks. That's going to be way more money. So that's going to be 12,500. Now, the reason I'm able to write my prices in and the time is just quickly is because I've delivered this project so many times. It's like second nature to us now. We then have a development and building. Develop building. That actually takes less time, but I'm going to put in 8 weeks anyway because I'd rather go ahead of schedule. This again is probably closer to 8 grand. And then we have testing, launch, and traffic. That's basically where we take their current email list, we drive a bunch of traffic, we create the engagement, which comes out the copywriting stages. Again, if you're following the Apex process, you'll recognize this. We audit, okay, we go in, we deep dive. Technically, I've actually already done that, but then that's a big part of this process, that like engagement part of the process. The design and the copywriting is not just the design of the pages, but I want to look at the offer. We ask them a bunch of questions through the engage modules, and then the development and building, testing, launch, and traffic is the matrix part of the process, where we have a look at what's the best possible way of us using this time and getting it in front of people. And this part here actually only doesn't take us long. It takes about 4 weeks, and in total, it's actually not a huge amount. It's about 3,500. So what's that in total there? That is 10,000, 18,000. 2,500, 30. That's about a $30,000 project there. I'm going to click generate. And as you can see here, I've basically got a proposal. There we go. Right. Super simple. And here's what I can do. I can say, I want to actually send this to my email address. So I'm going to put in my email. And if I'm happy with this, if I don't like it, I can go back. I can go back here and just edit some of these like things, whatever they're called, answers. 16 minutes, so we're already over, but I did spend a few minutes explaining it up front. So what I'm going to do here is click save content, and here we go. Here's your project proposal. So what I can do is I can click here, and this will actually give me the proposal as a Word document, so I can download that, or I can just take this and copy and paste it. And if we have a look at the proposal, although we can't, oh, can we view the template? Yeah, cool. You can see here that it's broken down goals and resources. What are the goals? What are the resources? I have this bit in the middle here, which is like a kind of like a summary point, which I've also written out, which says, if BIP Finance can just solve sales, sales are very manual and labor intensive, they'd be able to achieve and acquire more customers, which let them scale and expand the business. So you need to play around with the copy a little bit, but it's pretty much there. Where do we want to be? This is where we want to be. Here's the solution. Work towards a 1% immediate sale within 15 minutes, content and conversion process. Here's the costs, the timing, all of this kind of stuff. I would either have it as my Word document, and kind of tart it up inside Word and just save it as a PDF. Is Word going to crash on me now? Come on, Word. There we go. We're going to help BIP Finance acquire more customers. BIP Finance is talking to Sell Your Service because they want to acquire more customers. So maybe I just get rid of the word achieve. BIP Finance is a financial app. Currently, sales are very manual and labor intensive, which is making it extremely difficult to scale and expand the business. At the moment, BIP Finance are in the following situation. This might want to turn it into a bullet points. But as you can see, there's pretty much your proposal, and we have a bunch of extra stuff included inside the proposal template there, which you can just use, throw that into Better Proposals, or just take the text, throw it into Better Proposals. Bam, you got yourself a proposal within 15 minutes. This video took 18 minutes, but I reckon I'm going to give myself some slack on that. If you want to sign up to Content Architects, you can go ahead and do that inside our website. There we go. sellyourservice.co.uk/content architect. It's a page that looks a little bit like this. At the moment, it talks a lot about like the webinar format because that's the first thing we launched with. But as you can see inside the project proposal, If I go back to the content architect, we've got a YouTube script, we've got a benefits builder, which basically like writes really compelling benefits and understands what you're selling or what your customers are selling. A short sales letter, but we're adding to the sales letter all the time. Social pitch, if you've ever tried to work out what it is that you actually do and try to tell people that you do. Again, this is super, super basic stuff, but we have found that the questions that we ask kind of draw this out of people. We are currently working on a few other things for you to be able to send this to customers so they can fill out the answers, and bam, you've got your customers and your question mark and your content there. Project proposal, that's the latest one that we've got. Cool. In the meantime, guys, thank you so much for hanging around. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. In the meantime, I am going to go off and upload my new or play around with my brand new laptop because my previous one exploded. So I'm going to go check that out. Thank you very much. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you later, guys. Have courage, commit, and take action.